I'm sure you guys have lapped up all the content around the OnePlus Nord, considering it is possibly the most hyped phone of 2020. I'm also guessing that you guys have seen our unboxing and first impressions video. And if you haven't yet, then a card should pop up right now. So go and check that out. But I'm also sure that a lot of you guys would still have many questions unanswered about the specs of the phone, which is what we're going to be doing in this video. We have actually handpicked 30 of the most important questions that we feel would be asked by a lot of users out there, and have answered them in this video as well. And by the way, I want to keep this as an interactive video, so in case you have any more questions, so don't hesitate to go out to the comment section and ask us. And if it is a legitimate question that we haven't answered yet, we will definitely answer that for you. Well, what are we waiting for? I'm Ashraf from Mr. Phone, and let's get down to this frequently asked questions video of the OnePlus Nord. Although before we move on, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button and the bell icon right next to it to get notified whenever Mr. Phone puts out an awesome new tech video. I know this must be the first question on everyone's minds, so I've confirmed it. The frame is indeed made of plastic and not metal, but the buttons are actually made of metal. Furthermore, the rear glass is protected by Corning's Gorilla Glass 6. Now the phone is not too thick or heavy, and the dimensions are 158.3 by 73.3 by 8.2 millimeters, which makes it fairly thin, and the weight is 184 grams. The phone also has an in-display fingerprint scanner, and it is super fast to unlock it. And yes, you do absolutely get a very precise linear motor, which has a very good haptic feedback as well. It is almost as good as the one on the OnePlus 7T. Unfortunately, there is no IP rating, but you do get rubber seals around the port, which obviously you cannot see right now. And of course, there is some sort of protection from water damage, at least to the important parts. As for the ports, you get a USB Type-C port at the bottom along with the speaker grill. There's another microphone on the top as well. The power button is on the right and the volume rocker is on the left. And yes, the phone also does come with OnePlus's famous alert slider. And sadly, we don't get any headphone jack. And to alleviate the pain, you don't even get a Type-C to 3.5mm dongle inside the box. As for the notification LED light, there is actually no notification LED light on the phone. Now the USB Type-C port is actually of the USB 2.0 spec. This means you won't be able to use a capture card to stream games, unfortunately. There's no NFC on the Nord. It uses Bluetooth 5.1 to connect to other devices wirelessly and can play most high-end codecs including LDAC and aptX HD. As for Wi-Fi, you will have to be satisfied with Wi-Fi AC. There's no Wi-Fi 6 support. Now, if you were expecting stereo speakers on the OnePlus Nord, that's not happening here. You only get a mono speaker on the OnePlus Nord that can get fairly loud. And no, there is no Dolby Atmos support here either, but you do get DRAC audio tuning. Now moving on to the sensors, all the important sensors including the accelerometer, magnetometer, gyroscope and proximity are available on the OnePlus Nord. Furthermore, you do get a dual SIM card tray and the phone does support carrier aggregation as well. Do you see the 4G Plus logo out there? Well, that proves it. And in case if you want to make direct video calls from the phone app, you have the inbuilt Google Duo app available for you. Now coming to the display, this is a 6.44-inch Fluid AMOLED panel with 90Hz refresh rate, and it also comes with support for Widevine L1, which means you can do HD streaming on streaming apps like Netflix and Prime, and of course it is also HDR certified with support for HDR, HDR10 and HLG formats. In fact, if you take a look at the Netflix app, you can see that shows that are available in HDR are clearly marked as HDR for you, which means that this show will run in HDR. As for the max color gamut of the display, this display uses the DCI-P3 color space for the maximum colors that you can get on a smartphone. As for the cover protection, you get Gorilla Glass 5 at the front, similar to the glass on the rear. While there's no always on display, you do get a bare basic ambient display though, if you take a look at it out here. Now for some odd reason, if you want to actually hide the notch, you can do that as well. I don't know why you would want to do that, but it's possible if you're interested in something like that. Moving on to the camera setup, you get a 48 megapixel primary Sony IMX586 sensor with an attached f/1.75 lens, an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, a 2 megapixel macro and a 5 MP depth sensor on the rear. Now, the lens on the primary 48MP camera is optically stabilized for video, and only the primary camera and the ultra-wide angle camera can capture 4K videos up to 30 FPS resolution. On the front, there is a 32 megapixel Sony IMX616 sensor along with a fixed focus lens with an aperture of f/2.5. There's another 8 megapixel sensor on the front with a 105-degree field of view for ultra-wide angle selfies. And if you're comfortable with using the Pro mode or the manual mode, then you have the option to actually shoot in RAW as well. Powering the phone is a Snapdragon 765G chipset with support for next-gen 5G networks. Now, the phone comes in 3 variants, a special 6/64GB variant for India, and a second one with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of internal storage, and another one that has a whopping 12GB of RAM and 256GB of internal storage. And you do get LPDDR4X RAM and UFS 2.1 speeds for the storage. As for the battery, you get a 4115 mAh battery with no support for wireless charging. And the phone does use incredibly fast Warp Charge 30T proprietary charging tech to charge the battery inside. Also, the phone runs on Oxygen OS on top of Android 10, and OnePlus promises 2 assured software updates plus 3 years of security updates. Now, finally, for the pricing, the 6/64GB is available for 24,999, but it will be available only early September. And the colors that are available are grey onyx. And the 8/128GB is going to be available in 2 colors, blue marble and grey onyx, for a price of rupees 27,999. And this will be available in Europe and India. The 664 is a specifically India only variant, and the sales date for that is August 4th. Similarly, the highest end variant, the 12/256GB, will be available in both the colors as well, and it will be available for 29,999. So I hope that answers all your questions about the OnePlus Nord. And like I mentioned before, don't forget to ask any more questions if you have them. Until next time, this is Ashar from Mr. Phone signing off. Goodbye and Godspeed, my friends.